हेलो एवरीवन, आई होप आप सबने ये मॉड्यूल देखने से पहले डेथ ऑफ पार्टनर का थियरी मॉड्यूल देख लिया है और जो एडिशनल एडजस्टमेंट्स है वो फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल में आपने देखे रहेंगे। बट अगर आपको बेसिस ऑफ रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जानना है और रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो एडजस्टमेंट्स है वो जानना है तो आपने रिटायरमेंट ऑफ पार्टनर ये चैप्टर के बेसिक थियरी मॉड्यूल्स पहले देखने हैं, जो भी 3 या 4 मॉड्यूल रहेंगे, जिसमें रिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ एसेट लायबिलिटी, ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ गुडविल, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियोज एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ अक्यूमुलेटेड प्रॉफिट्स और लॉसेस, ये जो 4 आपको कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो रिटायरमेंट ऑफ पार्टनर के ही सेम डेथ ऑफ पार्टनर के लिए यूज होंगे। तो वो मॉड्यूल्स देख लो। डेथ ऑफ पार्टनर का जो फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल है जिसमें एडिशनल एडजस्टमेंट्स दिए वो छोड़ के स्पेसिफिक ये चैप्टर के लिए वो आपने देखा रहेगा ऐसा मैं अज्यूम करता हूं। एंड लेट अस स्टार्ट with the first practical question for this chapter. Here we go. Let us understand. So this is your first question from your notes as well. This would be your question. Reduce your screen time. Go do something that future will thank you for. बहुत अच्छे अच्छे कोड्स है, ये थोड़े से इंप्लीमेंट कर लो, ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। आप पढ़ाई के लिए अभी फिलहाल स्क्रीन टाइम आपका हो रहा है तो बाकी का टाइम थोड़ा सा कम कर दो स्क्रीन टाइम। ओके, now this is your first question from your notes as well, तो वो आपके सामने रहेगा। well and good. Mahesh, Umesh and Jayesh were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 2:2:1 respectively. Their balance sheet on 31st March 2019 is as under. So we have been balance sheet, capital accounts दिया है, creditor, bank loan, bills payable. Also we have plant machinery on asset side, motor, truck, debtor less RDD, investment and bank. So this is a balance sheet given and these are the adjustments we have. Okay, specifically mentioned Jayesh died on 30th June 2019 and the following adjustments were made. We'll see all these adjustments, but before that look at it. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet on 1st July. That is after the death of a partner. We have to prepare all this. So this is a full length question. Like I have told you, in this chapter we will be having 2 types of questions. One might ask you all the accounts, that is whatever is necessary, revaluation, capital and balance sheet. In other question you might be asked only deceased partners capital account and the workings towards it. Okay, so right now for first question we'll stick to this revaluation account, capital account and balance sheet like we have done in our retirement of a partner chapter. Similar basis will be having for death of partner. The unusual adjustments which comes only in death of partner, that we have to solve carefully. So first adjustment, assets were revalued, plant machinery 33,000, motor truck 13,500, investment 12,500. All debtors were good, so RDD is no longer necessary. Goodwill of the firm valued at 2 times the average profit of last 5 years. No goodwill account should be shown in the books of firm. I hope you have done a treatment of goodwill module and you know how to do it. We have to calculate goodwill first. Jayesh's share in profit up to his death to be calculated on the basis of average profit of last 2 years. Like I have told you in theory module that we have to calculate this share and either it will be calculated by preparing P&L account till the date of death or we have to take a base profit. So here we have to take the base profit of last 2 years. So you have to calculate average profit separately. For goodwill, it has to be for 5 years. And for deceased partner's profit share, it has to be for 2 years. So 2 separate average profits for 2 separate adjustments we have to calculate. And what are those profits? It is given in adjustment 5. 5 years profits were first year this much, second year, third year, fourth year and fifth year respectively. These are the profits available. So we can calculate it easily. Now, here we go. Let us check the adjustments one by one and let us mark down the assets and liabilities related to it. So first of all, like we have discussed, Jayesh is died on 30th June. So he was in partnership for that particular accounting year for 3 months only. April, May and June. So whatever calculation monthly if we need, it would be for 3 months for Jayesh. Now, revaluation के लिए plant machinery will tick mark, motor truck we will tick mark, and investment we will tick mark. These are the revaluations happened for assets. Also for second adjustment, what we have is all debtors were good, so obviously debtors will tick mark. And for third and fifth, we have these 5 years, third adjustment and fifth adjustment combined, we will have average profit, then we'll calculate goodwill, then we'll calculate deceased partner's share in that as well. So this we will be solving. Look at it. Raised at full value, as nothing is mentioned for goodwill. I hope you understand. The very first treatment of goodwill was goodwill to be raised at full value. So we will be raising the goodwill to all partners capital account, goodwill account debit to all partners capital account in OPSR, and then it is this is written off. So remaining partners capital to goodwill. Now why it is written off? Where it is mentioned, sir? No goodwill account should be shown in the books of firm. That is what it is mentioned. So we have to write off whatever goodwill we have raised. So first we have raised it at full value, then we will be writing it off. So you can see the adjustments clearly. You can see the journal entries clearly. Shall we move ahead? Okay, here we go. Let us go for the next part. So fourth adjustment is for Jayesh's profit share till his date of death. So that we can calculate again. The only thing is it has to be for last 2 years only. Now, for solution, what we will need is revaluation account, capital account, and then we will be preparing balance sheet. Okay. So if you are ready with the solutions format, it is great. Else, pause the video, start with your format, complete the format, and then resume it. We'll solve it simultaneously. I hope you are done with the formatting part. Here we go. Let us start with the solution for question number 1. The very first thing, always remember, हमें क्या करना है तो opening balances लिखना है. Whatever accounts we have prepared, जहां जहां opening balance लिख सकते हैं, वहां पे लिख देना है. So for capital account, obviously it is liability. So credit balance will be having by balance brought down. We have straight away recorded partners opening balances. Moving forward, now let us go one by one. Let us take all the assets and we'll solve adjustments based on it. So for plant and machinery, it is mentioned that the revaluation amount is 33,000. Originally is 30,000. So first on asset side, we will be recording 30,000 and the revalued amount is 33,000, which should be in outer column. So it is appreciation of asset. And I hope now you have understood that if there is appreciation of asset, it has to be recorded in revaluation account on credit side itself. So here we will be recording it in revaluation credit by plant and machinery. Right? Moving further to our next adjustment. What is it? For motor truck, let us understand what adjustment we have. It became 13,500. The revalued amount is 13,500. So again on asset side first, we will record motor truck. The original amount was 15,000. Obviously revalued amount in outer column has to be 13,500. So there is depreciation on motor truck worth 1,500. Now as asset is decreasing due to depreciation, there is loss. So we'll record it in revaluation account on debit side. So here we write revaluation debit to motor truck, amount is 1,500. Further, let us go for next one. Debtors, we have original amount of 12,000. RDD is 1,500, but it is no longer necessary, it is mentioned. जरूरी नहीं है RDD, मतलब ही क्या? Debtors का original 12,000 जो gross value है, वही हमें as net value लिखना in our new balance sheet. So debtors directly outer column will write 12,000. And then the RDD is no longer necessary. That means we are having a profit. So RDD बच गया अपना, तो लिखेंगे revaluation account के credit में by RDD amount is 1,500. Then moving to the next asset. What is the next asset? It is investment, 13,000. So it is revaluating for how much? Investment 12,500. So 13,000 पहले लिख देंगे और investment कम हो रहा है. So obviously there is loss for investment. So that would be recorded in revaluation account debit side. First write it down. 13,000 minus 500, 12,500. and then in revaluation account on debit side we will write to investments amount 500, whatever is the increased decreased amount. So obviously debit mein it would be decreased amount. Now moving forward, bank account we have 11,000. So in this question, whatever adjustments we have seen so far, I don't think any adjustment relates to bank account. There is no increase or decrease in bank balance. So for that matter, we'll directly record bank balance 11,000 in outer column for in asset side. Moving to liability side, we have recorded capital opening balances already. Now we'll go for creditors. There is no change in the value of creditors. Same amount लिखेंगे 6,000. फिर bank loan 15,000 है. So bank loan 15,000 will record same जो भी old balance sheet में था, change नहीं है. और bills payable same again value लिखेंगे 13,500 in new balance sheet. So we're done with all the part for our old balance sheet. Now let us go to the remaining adjustments. So here we go. Goodwill of the firm valued at 2 times the average profit of last 5 years and then no goodwill account should be shown. ये हमें बोला है, तो सबसे पहले तो हमें value करना पड़ेगा goodwill. For that we will be having a working note. ये जो 5 साल दिया है उसका पहले average calculate करेंगे. So I hope you know the formula till now. By now you should be knowing the formula. Goodwill is into number of years purchase. So average profit is total profit upon number of years. Now we'll take all the profits divided by 5. So that average profit comes to 8,000 and then goodwill 8,000 into number of years are given here 2 times. So 16,000 is our value of goodwill. No problem. Simple calculation. 16,000 is value of goodwill. Now what we do is once we get the amount of goodwill, now we will get on the treatment of goodwill. So first we have to raise goodwill in full. So raise goodwill in full, that is goodwill account should be debited to all the partners. The 16,000 will be divided in OPSR, which is given 2:2:1. It is given in question itself. So 6,400, 6,400 and 3,200. This is what we will do for raising goodwill. And then as it is mentioned here, no goodwill account should be shown in books. We have to write off the goodwill which is raised. So next adjustment will be for writing off goodwill. It is written off in remaining partners. So remaining partners, Mahesh and Umesh's capital account debit to goodwill account. Amount 16,000 है goodwill का. NPSR has to be 1:1 because nothing else is mentioned for our new PSR or GR. So we'll assume OPSR itself is NPSR and GR. So Jayesh is the deceased partner. So his one share will wipe it out. So 2:2 itself means 1:1. I hope you understood this. So 8,000 each हमें लिखना है in Mahesh and Umesh. अभी इसका लेजर पोस्टिंग हमें करना, ऑब्वियसली जर्नल एंट्री आपने समझ लिया, लेजर पोस्टिंग हमें करना है ऑब्वियसली इन कैपिटल अकाउंट ये पोस्ट करेंगे. सो यहाँ पे कैपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट हुआ है एंट्री में, सो कैपिटल अकाउंट के क्रेडिट में वी वुड बी रिकॉर्डिंग इट. ये देखो सेम एंट्री कैपिटल अकाउंट क्रेडिट बाय गुडविल अकाउंट इन ऑल द 3 पार्टनर्स 6,400, 6,400, 3,200. So this is done. Now we have written off the goodwill. So महेश और उमेश का कैपिटल डेबिट किया है, सो कैपिटल के डेबिट लिखेंगे टू गुडविल अकाउंट 8,000 ईच. महेश एंड उमेश में, जयेश में कुछ नहीं आएगा. एंड एज इट वाज क्लियरली मेंशन्ड नो गुडविल शुड बी शोन इन बुक्स. तो न्यू बैलेंस शीट में आने का चांस ही नहीं है. हमने एक बार रेज किया, दूसरी बार राइट ऑफ कर दिया. सो अभी कुछ नहीं बचा बैलेंस शीट में लिखने के लिए. सो देयर शुड नॉट बी रिकॉर्डेड, सो दिस गुडविल शुड नॉट बी रिकॉर्डेड इन न्यू बैलेंस शीट. आगे बढ़ते हैं. आगे हमें बोला है जयेश शेयर of profit up to his death to be calculated on the basis of average profit of last 2 years. ओ भाई और इनकी प्यारी बहनों, जाग जाओ, ये नया एडजस्टमेंट है. अब तक आप ऐसे रहेंगे नींद में कि अरे हाँ ये सब तो मुझे आ रहा है, मैंने रिटायरमेंट में किया है ये सब. अभी जाग जाओ क्योंकि पहली बार करने वाले हैं ये एडजस्टमेंट. ठीक है, व्हाट इज दिस एडजस्टमेंट? टू गिव प्रॉफिट शेयर टू डिसीज्ड पार्टनर. करना क्या है, सिंपल, लेकिन पहली बार है तो ध्यान दो, ठीक से बैठो पहले तो यार. देखो आप, मुझे दिख रहा है आप ठीक से नहीं, ऐसे करके ऐसे लेके बैठो. ऐसा मोबाइल लेके कौन बैठता है पढ़ाई के लिए? सबको नहीं बोल रहा हूँ रे, ये स्पेसिफिक जो बैठा है ना ऐसा उसको। हाँ पेरेंट्स भी देखने लगे, देखो मैंने बोला तो। हाँ ठीक से बैठ, चलो कोई नहीं। सो स्ट्रेट बैठो, ठीक से बैठो, ध्यान दो, कंसंट्रेट करो, क्योंकि पहली बार ये एडजस्टमेंट आ रहा है। share of profit up to date of death to be calculated on the basis of last 2 years profit. So हमें 5 साल का प्रॉफिट ऑलरेडी दिया है, राइट? सो आउट ऑफ दैट 5 years, लास्ट 2 years का प्रॉफिट का एवरेज हमें लेना है. So obviously how will judge which are last 2 years? So obviously it has to be 5 and 4 ना, last 2 years का. So here we go. Share in current year profit for deceased partner. फॉर्मूला देख लो, एवरेज प्रॉफिट into concerned period divided by 12, क्योंकि monthly period usually रहेगा. जैसे ये क्वेश्चन में we have understood it is 3 months, April, May, June. On 30th June he died. So 3 months by 12 into his share. जयेश का क्या शेयर है? 1/5. 2:1 रेशो दिया था ना, so 1/5 जयेश शेयर. चलो, so एवरेज प्रॉफिट के लिए सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? So लास्ट 2 years का, ये देखो ये लास्ट 2 years है ना, 4 और 5. So 10,000 and 14,000 का एवरेज लेंगे, that would be 12,000. So his share in profit would be एवरेज प्रॉफिट और प्रीवियस ईयर प्रॉफिट. ये आपको क्वेश्चन में दिया जाएगा. They might tell you कि प्रीवियस ईयर के बेस पे प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेशन करो. So we'll take only previous year का प्रॉफिट. If they tell you to get average profit, we'll do it accordingly. ठीक है? Now 12,000 is the average profit. Concerned period, like I have told you already, 3 months. Into his share is 1/5. So this calculation will give you amount which is 600. Now what is this amount? This is recorded as profit and loss suspense account. Look at it. The entry would be profit loss suspense account debit to Jayesh's capital account. That is a journal entry for this particular profit. We are doing it for the first time, guys. Please understand this. जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन दिया था अकॉर्डिंगली हमने उसका प्रॉफिट निकाल लिया. फॉर्मूला देख, प्रॉफिट इनटू कंसर्न पीरियड बाय 12 इनटू हिज शेयर. सो हमने अकॉर्डिंगली ये फिल अप कर दिया, हमें अमाउंट आया 600. द एंट्री इज प्रॉफिट लॉस सस्पेंस अकाउंट टू जयेश's कैपिटल अकाउंट. सो ऑब्वियसली इफ यू हैव कैपिटल अकाउंट, we'll record it on credit side of capital account. Correct? Here we go. Let us understand this. So firstly, what we have to do is this profit loss suspense account will be recorded on asset side. Profit loss suspense account on asset side. We have debited it in journal entry, so it has a debit balance. So first we should record it on asset side, and second effect would be given in capital account. If you don't have to prepare balance sheet as per the question, it is okay. लेकिन balance sheet अगर करने बोला है तो asset में वो लिखना ही लिखना है, profit loss suspense. Now यहाँ पे obviously जयेश कैपिटल को हमने क्रेडिट किया था. I guess वो just a minute, there is something happening here. I'll check once again whether we have recorded it or not. So ये जो है ये हमने लिख दिया है. इसके बाद हमें कैपिटल अकाउंट के क्रेडिट में भी लिखना है. उससे पहले यहां पे देखो रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट बैलेंस कर दिया है. व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, हियर देयर इज सम टेक्निकलिटी, आई डोंट नो. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज, हियर वी कैन हैव कैपिटल अकाउंट ऑन क्रेडिट साइड, यू राइट बाय प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस सस्पेंस अकाउंट इन जयेश's कॉलम. प्लीज राइट दैट अमाउंट 600. प्रॉफिट लॉस suspense account in capital account credit side, only in Jayesh's column write 600. So it's some, I don't know, something happened, but in totaling it will be there. I'll show you. So 1,500 and 500 ये डेबिट का टोटल है और क्रेडिट का टोटल है 3,000 and 1,500. So 4,500 minus 2,000, it will be 2,500. We are balancing revaluation account जैसे पहले बैलेंस किया था वैसे. वो सिर्फ P&L सस्पेंस वाला नया एडजस्टमेंट था, वो हो गया. अभी ये रेगुलर. सो अमाउंट ऑल द पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट महेश उमेश जयेश 2,500 को 2 to 1 में डिवाइड करना है. दिस अमाउंट वुड बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू कैपिटल अकाउंट एज यूजुअल. ये देखो यहाँ पे, दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट. सबसे पहले क्या करोगे, वो जो 600 का अमाउंट है बाय प्रॉफिट लॉस सस्पेंस अकाउंट कैपिटल के क्रेडिट में 600 लिख दोगे. आई होप सबने लिख दिया है. फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे हम. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव डन इज वी हैव बैलेंस रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट. and the balance we will transfer to capital account on opposite side, that is credit side. So by revaluation 1,500. Now what we have to do is we will balance first deceased partners column. जैसे retirement में भी हम पहले retiring partner का column balance करते थे, वैसे death of partner में will balance deceased partners column first. So that is Jayesh's column we will balance. Now on debit side there is nothing. So credit का total लेते हैं, which is 11,800. We'll write it on debit side as well, and the balance here is 11,800. Now have they mentioned to pay this amount straight away? Nothing sort of mentioned here. So what we'll write it as to Jayesh's executor's loan account. कभी-कभी क्वेश्चन में क्लियरली बोला जाता है कि pay this amount. This amount is paid to the executor. So we'll write bank account or cash account, whatever we have. Okay, but here nothing was mentioned. So we have to assume it is Jayesh's executor's loan. Not Jayesh's loan, it is executor. Jayesh is deceased partner now. We cannot pay him. We have to pay to the executor. Now what we can do is this executor's loan we will record on liability side as well. Balance sheet liability में लिखेंगे. ये देखो, Jayesh's executor's loan amount 11,800. This is payable amount, no? We have not paid it yet. Now moving to the partner's capital account again. अभी जो remaining partner है, उनका as it is balance लेना है, closing balance, और वो capital में लिख देना है in liability. So चलो, महेश का टोटल 29,900, उसमें से 8,000 माइनस करेंगे डेबिट का, बचेगा 21,900. देन फॉर उमेश अगेन वी हैव टोटल विच इज 22,400. अगेन डेबिट का अमाउंट माइनस करेंगे 8,000, तो बचेगा 14,400. दीज आर द क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस. बैलेंस सीडी, प्लीज लुक दिस वंस, राइट इट डाउन, विल गो फर्दर. सो ये बैलेंसेस कहां पे लिखेंगे? लाइबिलिटी साइड पे. लाइबिलिटी साइड पे लिख देने का पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट महेश एंड उमेश. द टोटल वुड बी इन आउटर कॉलम 36,300. सो एवरीथिंग इज डन. नाउ वी शुड टैली योर बैलेंस शीट. सो देखते हैं लाइबिलिटी और एसेट का टोटल मैच हो रहा है क्या. सो लुक एट इट. टोटल ऑफ एसेट साइड एंड लाइबिलिटी साइड इज 82,600. हियर आल्सो यू कैन चेक. So this was our first question based on death of partner. I hope you understood the adjustment for profit loss suspense account, which was new one. बाकी देखो सब retirement of partner जैसे ही बेस का था. हमने एक्स्ट्रा क्या पढ़ा? जो P&L सस्पेंस का हमने कैलकुलेशन किया और पोस्टिंग किया कैपिटल के क्रेडिट में डिसीज पार्टनर कॉलम में एंड ऑन बैलेंस शीट एसेट साइड. और दूसरा चेंज क्या था? सो फॉर डिसीज पार्टनर्स कॉलम we will write his executor loan account if it is not mentioned to pay. Pay बोला है तो कैश या बैंक. So here ends our first question. We'll go for the next practical question in our next module. Till then, practice this.